Portugal only has 3,000 troops left. I don't know, he has another 2,000 somewhere. Is it perhaps in the New World? Yes, it is. He's only got 3,000 left in Iberia. And they're trying to siege a fort that they can't siege. If he stays there, he's also going to get the terrain penalty. Though the Papal State did peace out.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
So now it looks like Hamburg is going to get an awful lot of Iberian clay, and Portugal isn't going to have a really great time of it either. So I imagine after Navarra has fallen, Portugal will be swiftly following. See, and this is what I meant about Portugal and Granada beating their heads together. Someone from outside is going to come in and sweep you away, and that's exactly what's going to happen. So I think probably now would be a good time to check people's ideas. So if we have a look at Portugal, they've taken exploration expansion, not filled out either yet though. Granada, quality economic, filled out quality as well. Got Scotland taking defensive and economic. Leinster with naval and exploration. Interesting picks. He's not taken very much in it yet, though. We've got Brabant taking quantity and innovativeness. Interesting pick, especially as the policy you get fort maintenance is not all that special. Hamburg's taking trade and quantity. Those are pretty decent. And then the goods produced modifier is pretty nice.
Yep.
You were Brittany. Oh, we got the old Brittany player in here. Defensive quantity ideas, I guess, didn't really help. We've got Savoy here with offensive innovativeness. The Papal player, defensive why is that word so hard to say? Innovative.
I thought you could pronounce any word perfectly.
I can. That's how you pronounce it. It's innovative. Innovative. Venice, defensive trade. Swiss has got plutocratic ideas, which are kind of undervalued, I think. Like, the bonus you get to morale isn't as much as you get from defensive, but I would argue that the rest of the ideas are better than you get from defensive.
Oh, yeah. Goods produced, manpower recovery, yeah.
An extra merchant, even, is so valuable. We've got Cologne with defensive economic, and he's just taken a stab hit. Not sure why. Whatever. We've got Norwegians with defensive expansion.
Norway's no longer a player.
Yeah, Norway just got wrecked. Norway was a player though, right?
Yeah, he's now in Majapahit Heat.
Alright. Then we're looking at Brandenburg, offensive economic. We've got the Livonians with quality economic. Serbia, defensive economic. Byzantium, quality religious. Good pick, religious, I think. What do you get with quality? Morale of armies plus 5%, siege ability plus 10%. It's not bad. We've got Persia with nothing, because he's still on Tech 3. Sorry, no, he's on Tech 4 now. Yeah, that's a thing. Khorasan is defensive humanist. That's an interesting pick. Land attrition negative 25% is the policy there. I think that's a smart pick. Oh. So you get a lot of attrition in the Persia region. Got Fars with exploration defensive. Baluchistan, economic quantity. Kazan has offensive economic. Got Yemen just with the quantity. Quality and trade for Ajuran. Nothing for Congo. He's also on Tech 4. And if I have a look now, we've got some Indians to look at. Ratampur, who I really am rooting for now. Economic ideas. Tibet, quality, innovativeness, and Oirat, just economic. God, there's so many more players than I was expecting. Expansion exploration for Langjiang. I guess he was imagining that he would have this whole area to himself, but now he's got Malacca, who's taken economic, and Majapahit, who's also taken economic to deal with.
Funnily
and
enough,
two,
Langjiang
Korea.
actually wanted to spawn exploration, the institution, but because he's a bit of a noob at the game, he took expansion. But wanted to get exploration
You get two
going.
colonists from expansion, but you get the colonial range from exploration. An espionage offensive for Oda. Alright. The war in Portugal has ended.
Ooh, how's this gonna... Oh, not that bad.
It's very modest, I would say.
That is.
And Portugal only has 3 loans left. Did they go bankrupt?
Yes, they did. Oh, which means now he's in a bankruptcy spiral.
Yes, because he's still losing money.
Yeah, you get...
Although he's maintaining his army.
You do get...
And building an army.
Extra interest on... Yeah, he's on 11.5% interest per annum. Since he's bankrupt and in loans.
If he lowered his army maintenance to 0 and maybe got some papal influence together and took forgive usury, he might be able to get out of it, but...
And if he stopped his colonial maintenance as well. He's paying 3 ducats on that.
Stops colonizing in general. Actually, if he just stopped his colonies in general like that, he'd be fine. He'd be able to get out of the spiral.
No, with some
I guess he needs the troops to get rid of these Leonese separatists, otherwise he'll just lose another province. So that makes sense, that you'd get rid of that, and then maybe he should disband his army.
Yeah, I would say if he got any money off his allies, he could recover quite handily in the time he has the truce on Granada, which is 1531, 11 years. So yeah, he could recover quite nice if he got some cash to help him do that.
I think he needs to be worried about this Hamburg player, though. Because I think Hamburg might, as soon as they finish with Navarra, turn on Portugal. I mean, he's in a bankruptcy, it's free real estate.
Yeah, I mean, Portugal's been free real estate for quite a while. And
well, it wasn't so free for Granada. He fought very hard for it.
Oh, that is... Castile's getting back on the map.
Yeah, all bar 1 provinces. I would be worried if I was Hamburg. Did he go too far? Is Castile loyal? Oh yeah, he's still loyal. Knowledge sharing from Cologne as well. So, what's the bets on how long it takes Hamburg to declare on Portugal?
Now?
He could make Portugal a rival.
Oh, now that would be a smart move.
Yeah, that would be power projection for the next 50 years if he took all of the cores back for Castile.
In fact, he might even be able to get a humiliate in there, depending on how much those cores are worth.
Yeah, we can check as soon as the war is declared. I'm just saying. I'm fairly certain there it is. There it is. We caught it. And Portugal is bankrupt and stack wiped.
Savoy did honor the call. And don't think it's going to do much. Papal State is honoured the call.
He should have jumped on those forts. Neither of those forts had a garrison. None of the forts had a garrison, and now he's just sitting with his entire army in one province. He could have had all of those forts sieged.
I mean, if the Pope and Savoy actually come to this, they outnumber Hamburg. So if Hamburg doesn't call in any allies, this could be a loss.
Papal State is currently sitting on his dick. And Savoy is currently also doing exactly the same. But I think just Hamburg needs to be careful that if he feeds Castile all of Castilian provinces, Castile will be too strong for him to control.
Yeah,
and he'll lose him as soon as somebody supports independence.
Oh, we've also got Prussia now on the map.
Oh, yes we do.
Did he disinherit? Yes, he did. He disinherited his heir, who was absolutely terrible. And now he's got still a pretty terrible heir, but at least he's got that 6 in mil.
Yeah. So I think the Portugal player just quit. Oh no, Floods is still in.
No, it was a Papal player that actually quit.
Oh really?
Yes.
The guy who's... I mean, he had the ability to say, no, I'm not going to help. He should have. In all honesty. Very, very interesting. The Swiss are apparently very far behind on tech. 668.
Well, it could be worse. You could be Persian tech.
Yes. Oh, hello. Have you looked at Karaman?
Yeah. So
and the Mamluks.
Karaman couldn't rejoin. Oh, he just dropped, and there was nothing said. So you have to actually ask for protection, and because he hasn't messaged anyone and told him why he's dropped or anything, this has happened.
That's called free real estate.
Yes.
Oh, there is a battle going on that it looks like Byzantium is losing. I don't know how he's losing, though. He has one shock disadvantage, but 10% discipline advantage, same morale, and he's got a tactics advantage. How is he losing this fight? Unless it's really shitty Serbian troops, perhaps? I thought Serbia's troops were pretty good as well.
Could be.
I have no idea. Yeah, they just got sent packing.
That is strange.
Interesting. Oh, apparent.
Right.
France joined in.
That's why. Well, he didn't have to honour the call to arms.
French reconquest of Laborde. Yeah, I think... I'm surprised Portugal is sticking into this. This is a little bit much.
Yeah. Personally, it would have been in Savoy and Pope's best interest not to jump in on
instead of saying yes to everything. So Savoy also quit. Both players left.
No, he's actually rejoining. Savoy is
he
rejoining, yeah.
Okay. He might want to wait until after the war. Because I imagine this won't be all that fun for him. And Scotland is expanding into what is left of Holland as well. Also, what is going on with these borders with Leinster and Scotland? Those borders are the most fluid I've ever seen.
Yeah, there is going to be a rule made on stuff like that for the next multiplayer. I'm really unsure what is actually going on between them.
Aragon has also declared war on Portugal. Ouch. Very much ouch. Oh! Have you perhaps scrolled over to the east a little bit?
Are we talking about Inca?
No, that would be west.
Yes, it would. I knew that. I was testing you. To the east. Right.
A little bit north of Persia.
Oh!
The Golden Horde has landed.
That is such a nice colour now. Better than that Kazani colour.
Also better than the Great Horde. So Golden Horde ideas, what do we got going on here? National manpower plus 25%. That's nice. Horde Unity, core creation cost negative 25%. Isn't that more than the Ottomans get now? I know the Ottomans used to have negative 30% CCR, but I think they went down to 25.
Yeah, I believe they did.
Cav combat ability plus 20%. Provincial trade power modifier. Manpower recovery speed plus 20% is huge.
Right, I'm just
Death
gonna...
cost who cares. Taunts at heathens and institution spread. Those are some pretty nice ideas. Those are definitely some nice ideas. I would agree with Canis Lupus. We should play until Savoy gets back because, I mean, I think his army's already dead.
Ah, that's what we're waiting on. The double hot join.
Good point. So, who are these two players then? You know everyone. Give me a rundown. What have they done? Are they good players?
Chairman Mao is Savoy, and Newt is Inca. Newt was the original Moldavian player. So, yeah. He was doing a good run, and then he kind of fucked up with the first AQ Byzantium War, where he gave AQ access before AQ was ready to get access. So then when AQ disconnected, Byzantium, Wallachia and Serbia knew he was going to betray them, so he got wiped off the floor.
Nice.
And Chairman Mao, the Savoy player, is my bitter rival from the last MP, where he was Tunis and then Italy. He's a very good player.
Well, I mean, he's going to be a very dead player very, very soon. So, Canis Lupus does not blame you. It's nice. Nice of him.
Well, yeah, he's been one of my critics for quite a lot of everything that's gone on. But, yeah. Oof, Aragon is a massive chunk out of Portugal.
Ouch. That is... that's Portugal's dead.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree Portugal needs a new nation next session.
I did say that if he wants, he can have... If Pope is quit for good, I am happy with him going into Pope.
Like, Pope is still a strong nation if he just pieces out.
Yeah. I mean, there has been a peace with France made.
I think the problem for the Pope is Florence is allied with France.
Yeah, he missed out on that, getting that at the very early game. If he excommunicated Florence day one, that would have been a nice chunk of development he would have had. But instead, they went for the pretty devastating war against Provence.
Alright, so explain to me, Venice, why is he not attacking Milan? He has no troops, Milan has no allies, and there is 45 development worth of provinces here that is pure free real estate.
When it comes to Venice, I honestly do not know half of the decisions he's made. I think...
Savoy peaced out.
Oh, okay. Did he actually
still has
lose
his army
anything?
as well.
Oh, I think it was Portugal pieced out, gave up Laborde, and he gave up some provinces in Naples back to Papal State. Yeah. And, yeah, Papal State took the brunt of that peace deal.
Ouch. Also, Savoy lost what's now called Wadata. Whatever this used to be called.
Oh, yeah, the Swiss core.
So Switzerland has grown and shrank, and again,
Yeah. Although his former lands that he wanted to expand to is now getting gobbled up by Cologne.
Yes. Cologne's a real power player here. I think he's doing pretty well. Although, there is a coalition against him. Bohemia and Austria have joined it.
Ooh.
He might have to fight this.
Is he going to make the same mistake Palatinate did?
If he takes any more aggressive expansion, he could see France in it. Prussia could join right now. So could Saxony. Although Saxony is not a player anymore, so that's irrelevant.
See, I do wonder what Prussia's plan is, because he was the one that formed the German hug box between him, Brabant, Hamburg, and Cologne. And now he isn't allied to Hamburg or Cologne anymore.
German hug boxes only last as long as there are AI in Germany.
That is true.
As soon as that runs out, as soon as that tap runs out, so does the hug box. I hope.
Oh, Hamburg actually took half of Portugal. Portugal is now an opium.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's got the little island provinces, but yeah.
And no longer a player either.
Hamburg now has a coalition against it, which includes everyone's favourite Irish miner.
And Aragon.
And France.
Ooh, if Leinster declares this war...
I mean, he doesn't really have to do anything.
He could call in Scotland.
He could.
I think Hamburg bit off slightly more than he could chew.
This is
Portugal
joining back.
Can I do... I can't show the timeline while hot join is happening. That's a shame. Would have been nice to see the timeline.
Oh yeah, that would have been good for the stream.
So who's joining now? Oh, Portugal is joining back. Is he going to be joining as Portugal?
No, he's joining as Pope. Pope definitely isn't coming back, so I said, yeah, he can have it.
He should probably be the colonial nation he made in the Caribbean.
That is a fair point, but since Pope was a player previously, I'd rather him still fill in that gap and not just have it be free real estate.
Fair enough. I would say Florence is a stronger country, though. Purely because of that alliance with France.
Well...
Also, he just has twice the amount of men that the Pope does.
Pope has got a higher force limit, though, if he can build up.
Well, he's been at war pretty much constantly for the past 100 years or so years. I don't think that's going to be happening.
Yeah, he's got 9k manpower. He's still making
they currently
money.
have 631 ducats of debt before interest.
Well, I'm sure Venice could help him out with that.
Possibly. Venice is not in debt. He's making... I wouldn't even call that modest. It's pretty low. That's not a great income. And he is giving subsidies to Savoy and knowledge sharing to Cologne. So actually, if he didn't have that, he'd be making 10 ducats a month. For this stage of the game, that's pretty good. And the war has happened. The war has happened. Hamburg, the coalition war.
Oh, nice. So Hamburg, Brabant, Cologne against Scotland, Leinster, and a French Aragonese AI.
That is 64, 74, 82,000 troops on Hamburg side, and there are 89,000 infantry on the Scottish side. So
more so now.
The numbers are definitely in Scotland's favour.
Yeah, now, is Prussia going to weigh in on this?
He should have joined the coalition. What he could do, Prussia, is ally with Scotland, get called in that way. Or he could be ballsy and just straight up attack him.
Brabant... Wait. So because Brabant is the Emperor, he can call in his own allies. So he could call in Prussia.
No. I don't think that's how it works, does it?
Well, I'm tagged on Brabant right now, and it says he can call Prussia to arms.
Well, there we go then.
And Savoy.
Ah, yes, because it is Scotland attacking the Empire.
Yes.
Technically speaking. Very true. So what's going to happen first? Is Prussia going to get the call to arms, or is he going to ally Scotland? Personally, I'd like to see him ally Scotland. I want to break up this German hug box and see some pain.
Yeah, but if you're Prussia and you know you can trust these German guys until you want to kill them.
Try and expand into Livonian Order.
Yeah.
That'd be a thing. Say, hi, Hamburg, Cologne, Brabant, I will help you. You are currently losing this war. I will help you if you then turn around after the war and help me dismantle the Livonian Order. Or Poland. Prussia is trooping up. He is militarizing or mobilizing.
Oh, and news just in. Persia has now reached Admin Tech 5.
Yeah.
He is slowly getting up there.
And he took defensive ideas.
Makes sense with all of his terrain.
So, 21,000 Prussians. They're going to be in the war soon. I can't see any reason for him to have mobilized with, I assume, mercenaries.
Now,
if that wasn't the case.
He will be bringing only 105% discipline, 4.2 morale, which, against Scotland, he's got slightly higher morale in Scotland and slightly higher discipline, but nothing much in it. So it's not Prussian Space Marines just yet, and we have got a battle going down in Antwerp.
Oh, so we do.
Which...
This is a close one.
Is very close.
The French have the shock, though. Do the French have Elan
Yes.
yet? Well, it doesn't matter. French have...
Yes, they do have Elan. And they have full economic and half of their offensive ideas.
So, wait, they took defensive as well? No, offensive.
No, offensive. Yeah.
I really rate defensive for France. Because if you can get Elan and defensive going at the same time, you're going to be pretty much untouchable for a long time.
Stuff with that, I like to go the opposite way. Instead of stacking on with the morale, I would go offensive or something to then stack up on my other modifiers that I haven't got much of. And I really do like that siege ability.
Well, they are currently France sieging A Coruna. And yeah, French siege ability 0.1%. But that is like getting over the negatives for everything else.
He hasn't taken the siege idea though yet.
I do feel kind of sorry for Granada here. Because if he wants to take some kind of territory in this war, he's going to have to go around Aragon. Or he could just attack Portugal and take Portugal afterwards. Independence guaranteed by Aragon, though, is Portugal, so perhaps not.
And he's got Portuguese separatists. So yeah,
which Aragon will go and deal with because they're allied in a war. Probably. Yeah, it looks like he's going that way.
Yeah, Granada is pretty hemmed in now with that Aragonese French
good
alliance.
Timing on the peasants as well. If Aragon's going to go and clean up all of the rebels, having everything shitty fire all at once is pretty good for him.
Ooh, now are they going to go down and take out the Scottish? We've got 45,000 German troops in Brabant. They're not going to go down and take out the Scottish. Oh, the
like
punitive
French
war.
Are going to catch him.
The clone punitive war has fired.
Oh, so there are two wars going on now for Cologne. Did Cologne's allies join him in the war?
Yes, they did. Oof. 2 punitive wars against the same three nations.
One is certainly a larger punitive war than the other. But now, if I was Prussia, I would be thinking, I'm glad I didn't jump in on this.
Yeah. Maybe he might want
He's
to do his
now
own.
to 25,000.
Well, he doesn't have any claims on Hamburg, so it's not as if he could go in for that. Could go in against Bohemia.
Yeah, he'd be better off doing a separate declaration against Bohemia if that's the way he wants to go.
Definitely, and grab that gold mine, which is the one he's got the claim on, so he definitely wants it.
Searching all around for that gold mine, yeah. In Cheb, which is already devved up to 10 production.
Oh, some reason Songhai is also in this war against Hamburg.
How?
Are they
Allied with Scotland.
Yeah.
So who else did Scotland ally? Sweden hasn't called them in. Actually, could he though? No. So Sweden, Leinster, France, Grenada, and Songhai. Why would Songhai want to be in this war though? Perhaps to take Brabant's islands in Tenerife?
That would be a good...
Or would Leinster want those?
Wait, Brabant has... Okay. Brabant has Gran Canaria. I did not see that.
Yeah.